Okay, what is this about? You're 12, not 21. I have my own anecdotal experience seeing this firsthand in person. It's pretty disturbing. Alright, 3, 2, 1, boom.
Maybe you have no friends.
Pink eyeshadow, pink lipstick.
Get ready with me when I
Tell me how. I went to Sephora yesterday and there was like a whole bunch of like little 12-year-old girls.
This was Billie Eilish when she was 19. This was Kylie Jenner when she was 14. This
14?
was Paris Hilton when she was 13.
Jesus
and now this
crackers.
is a new generation
This is disturbing, man.
of 12-year-olds making thirst trap TikToks and 10-year-olds dominating Sephora. Here's
Okay, like 14 years old, I understand going to Sephora and getting makeup. Like, I looked at makeup too when I was 14, but like sexualizing yourself like this?
to the death of girlhood.
Do you have Frank Elephant? I want to make a smoothie.
Whenever I'm at school, I'm like playing at recess, or I'm literally just sitting in the classroom.
They can't even speak English! This is a toddler!
Oops.
This is on the parents, 100%. You can't even argue with it. Because my mom didn't do this. Like, yes, I understand kids being interested in clothes. Like, I played dress up in my mom's clothes, and I ran around in her high heels and ran around and, like, yelled at her. It's called ableism. Like, my parents never taught me this or, like, let me do this. It's disturbing.
Sephora is the new players, and preteen girls can't wait to sexually liberate themselves. The world is not ready.
She said it, not me, man.
For the next generation of beauty gurus. Where mean girls
I hate the word, like, sexual liberation and talking about, like, underage, not 18-year-old girls. Women. Yeah. I don't like that. It's ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, call the police.
behaviors are normalized.
She points and laughs and she's like, "You're so wrinkly, you're so wrinkly."
We needed this. And then I sneak up from behind her and take the sunscreen.
Anti-aging skincare begins when you still have a bedtime.
For some things,
What? Why? You don't even have wrinkles yet. Like, I understand. I'm sorry. I'm trying to rationalize this. I'm gonna stop.
that I do to slow down the aging process as a
shut up.
14-year-old. I started doing most of these things at 12.
Children's makeup is required for you to get ready for elementary school.
Sephora haul.
And better money spent on $1,000 Sephora hauls than future education.
With the
I think I'm gonna be sick.
parents' credit card. I don't know about y'all, but I work hard for my stuff. It took me a week to earn this baccarat.
This is learned behavior. This is grooming, aka learned behavior.
Is it just me, or did the speed of girlhood to womanhood accelerate 60,000 times? Does it seem like all of a sudden, girls go from toddlers to full-grown women? And is this new wave of culture pushing young girls to mature before they are ready? There is so much to unpack here, including 10-year-olds ruining Sephora all over the country. Why is this happening? Whose fault is it? And how this only scratches the surface of the pattern of girls growing up so fast nowadays. Not only in entering Sephora as a badge of idealized maturity, but also in wanting to appear mature by sexually liberating themselves.
They don't even have curves yet. This is disgusting, bro. And even if they did, they look like children. You know, like kids have like certain face shapes? It's so disgusting.
Is this what girls are wearing?
Don't say that. You are misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. You wear dresses to accentuate your curves because you are a woman getting into that womanly form. I understand that. They are doing this and they don't even understand what they're doing. They just do it because they want to or someone told them to. They don't understand what they're doing.
Now in high school,
oh my god,
go change. Bro, why the fuck you always picking on me? Like, it's always me. You never pick on any of these other bitches except for me, bro.
Is this the death of girlhood? 10-year-olds at Sephora.
I just saw a girl on my For You page talking about how Sephora has become the new Claire's. There's a bunch of 10-year-olds running around feeding for Drunk Elephant
god,
and
man,
for
they're destroying it.
beauty as if Selena Gomez is in the building. These 10-year-olds are crazy. Like, literally the most feral. I was a camp counselor. The Sephora kids are different than any type of kids.
As she's walking back to her friends, I realize that I'm being recorded. So if you guys see a video of me on TikTok basically getting bullied by a group of girls, yeah, that's me.
What was your life like at 10? Did you
Bullied by little kids? I mean, what that I will play devil's advocate in that. Kids are really mean, to be fair. Yeah, kids are really mean. That's not as exclusive to Sephora kids, to be fair. Yeah, they are mean as fuck. I had some kid tell me, like, I was 16 years old and I was wearing some socks that had holes in them, like at the top, because I was skateboarding. I was trying to learn how to skateboard and I kept falling over and eventually I gave up, but I wore those socks and they were torn apart. And I was going to the local, like 7-Eleven, the dairy, which is in New Zealand. They call it the dairy. And some kids walked past me and they're like in elementary or like, yeah, like high elementary school. And they were like, oh my god, look at that girl wearing freaking holes in her socks. You were a former skater girl? No, I tried. I was really bad at it, so I gave up. That's why I'm talking about the holes in the socks, because I'd fall over and scratch myself. I gave up. I never like followed through, but you get my
do a
point.
sport, read a paper book? Yes, those still exist. Or had fun daydreaming at a playground? This sounds really dumb, but at age 10, I was still super entertained by the idea of going into Toys R Us
Yes.
or just playing by myself at
Yeah, I remember I would go to the Toys R Us or whatever, or like the kids section at Target, and sit there and be like, Mom, Dad, I want to be there. You can come pick me up. It was awesome. It's not called elementary school in New Zealand. I'm well aware, you dumb fuck. You don't have to correct me. It's called primary school. But then people don't know because the majority of my audience are fucking American. Good lord.
a playground. I don't know, I think the magic of being a child is that everything and anything could be interesting and fascinating. And indeed, fascinating it is for this generation of 10-year-olds. The Gen Alphas play in Sephora, and they play seriously.
Ew!
As some may call this an epidemic, regular Sephora shoppers are horrified to find testers destroyed by the kids.
I'm gonna be sick. Dude, I've been to Sephora and thank God I didn't see this. I would actually probably vomit. I've been to a Sephora maybe like a year ago. Yeah.
Kids who believe it is
I didn't see
totally
this,
okay
thankfully.
to do whatever they want with these free products. And not only that, rudeness is an understatement. For the ways the Gen Alphas are behaving.
Ew.
What do you think? It's so preppy in here.
Is it just as preppy as you imagined?
Yes.
As it seems, not only is going to Sephora a trend for the Gen Alpha girlies,
My mom would have beat my ass. I actually just remembered, my parents would take me to department stores and my mom and dad would like, pick up perfumes or like colognes and stuff. I would have to walk around the aisle like right behind my mom and dad. Like at this age, right? Like this age range, like between like 4 and maybe like 8, where I wasn't allowed to be unsupervised. If my mom saw me touching like an expensive perfume bottle, she would watch me like a hawk and she taught me how to like try it on a sampler to sniff it and put it back very carefully because my mom and dad would get so mad at me if I did something bad. This is just bad parenting.
but being mean to other women and bullying store associates
What?
has become a new trending pastime.
Trying to make everything in my hands fall out. And I literally looked at her like this. And she looks at me and she says, "Is there a problem?"
that's taught.
I was like, no, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm so sorry. After I says that, the girl goes, pussy. I'm like,
come on, this can't be real. This has got to be TikTok bait, man.
what the actual
I'm spending my money and giving you a paycheck. That's all that should matter.
Okay, that's not a problem. We'll ring it up.
To make matters worse, the reactions to these behaviors are just as harmful. There are people chasing clout by going into Sephora to film these kids.
That is weird too.
Or just straight up hating online.
Oh, okay, hold on. This is the video that was about the girl saying, get ready with me, and it's saying, oh my god, it took me a week to earn this. That's the kid posting online. That's fair game. Filming kids? That's weird.
Guys exemplify a lot of problematic behaviors.
Yeah.
So let us unpack them one by one. Why is this trend happening? Are the 10-year-olds really to blame? And what happened to the preteen era?
Get ready for me to do my makeup.
Or more importantly, would future generations of children only mature faster?
Holy crap, man.
Let girls...
Oh my god. I am so thankful we did not have good internet. I had some of the dumbest videos uploaded to like my Facebook at the time. I had some really cringy videos. I remember we went on a school trip and we role-played running around like Tyrannosaurus Rexes with like the little arms and like screeching while everybody else did the same thing. Yeah, like little kids, like I thought that was normal. Yeah, like it was cute and funny, but like this Would RP a Star Wars battle? Aw, that's cute. Exactly, like it's fine to have fun and be cringe. Again, kids are cringe. The problem is that the cringe is being publicized and posted online. Chat, like, you cannot tell me that you don't remember doing something that was insanely stupid. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to, because kids are inherently stupid. They don't know any better. They don't have, like, self-awareness yet.
Be girls.
I did cringe
Does
shit.
anyone still know
do.
the definition of a girl in this day and age? I certainly don't anymore. A toddler is a girl, and so are corporate girlies in their 20s and 30s, thirst-trapping 12-year-old TikTokers, 16-year-old Britney Spears in her debut album in schoolgirl uniform.
True. I always thought this was so weird.
And 10-year-olds at Sephora putting anti-aging acids on their faces.
Put that down.
Why?
K-pop still does this as well. They sexualize girls that are like 16, 15 years old a lot. It still hasn't stopped. It still happens. West and East and everywhere in between.
Is 10-year-old girlhood suddenly defined by going to Sephora? It comes down to two parts. First, internet parents. It is a parenting problem. Not saying that it is only a parenting problem, but it is a parenting problem.
Absolutely.
It is a parenting problem for shoving an iPad to your kids' faces ever since they are a few months old, that they grew up chronically online. And whatever is online is what they begin to model their behaviors and identity after. From the perspective of developmental psychology, roughly 80% of parenting is modeling, meaning
And if you aren't present and you give them an iPad, they start learning to be sassy and they learn to cuss. They learn to say pussy to the clerk at the store. It's not that cringe is being publicized. It's cringe that isn't being corrected or educated by the parents who are either involved or negligent. I disagree purely because I did cringe shit with my friends, and not like this, by the way. I'm not saying that we behaved as children like this. I don't believe that. Nobody here did this. I would fucking hope, right? I think that it being posted online is part of a massive problem, but parents don't have to correct these things when this isn't something they're taught online. I was just bullied by other kids, and we bullied other kids for being cringe afterwards. That's kind of how you grow up and develop self-awareness in most situations. It's a developmental behavioral psychology in children. As they grow up, you grow out of your cringe. You realize that some things shouldn't be said. Keep it in your head, kind of thing.
All the rudeness in stores, bullying, destroying products, hypersexualizing oneself online have been emulated from somewhere. Are these children copying their parents? Maybe. But since a wave of millennial parents did not want to do the work of parenting and let the iPads do the job instead, that is where the problem began. Although platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube put age restrictions and advise parents to—
But then the parents just log into the kids just log into the parents' account and get unlimited access anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice gesture, but it doesn't help.
monitor their children's online activities. They have zero monetary incentives to A, decrease profit-driving content, the branded get ready with me, skincare, makeup, everything and anything consumer product-related videos. B,
I wonder if she'll address the ped problem on YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, TikTok. Yeah, there are some insanely gross things. I don't know if she will, but maybe I'll just like touch over it.
decrease in platform ads that also drive desires for certain products. C, decrease the active user counts. The more people becoming chronically online and on their platforms, regardless of actual age, the better.
Let's go to the park tomorrow and get some fresh air, okay?
There is nothing wrong with copying behaviors from others. As humans, that is literally how we learn and develop. And this is so natural and essential in so many ways, such as how we learn a language or adapt to a new culture. And fundamentally, I don't think there is anything wrong with young girls looking up to online role models and getting—
Again, it's not the children's fault. They don't know any better. That's why I hate it when people are like, oh my god, kids these days, they can't control themselves. I'm like, you would put a freaking medieval peasant child and give them an iPad, they would turn into that. They would, because they're a kid. They would initially not know what to do with it and their brain would explode, but eventually they would adapt and learn because kids are incredibly fast at adapting because they only have so much time to learn something before they have to grow up. That's how like the brain works. It's how I learned certain languages when I was a little kid because I was a sponge. Yeah, easily moldable, exactly.
all excited
It just
about
happens.
womanhood. That is literally how I fell in love with fashion, by admiring my mom's wardrobes and reading Teen Vogue. Different medium, but same idea. The issue arises when there's an overwhelming amount of behaviors that could be copied online, and there is absolutely no filter or protection for these young minds. Where for some, it could be getting into reading, but for others, it could be trying to look sexy when you are 12, or owning the whole collection of Drunk Elephant. The beginning of a spiral down to the idealized and romanticized womanhood.
This morning, I realized I only had 42 items from Drunk Elephant, and I immediately started to panic.
Oh god. What the hell, man?
I picked up the phone to call my mom and tell her what a horrible mother she was. She couldn't buy me more skincare products for Christmas. When I was done crying, I woke up my peasant of a father and forced him to drive me to Sephora. I needed beauty products immediately.
Second, from the beauty giants, let them start young. There are winners to this.
What's Drunk Elephant? It's a beauty product brand. It's a beauty product brand. It's expensive too. Yeah, Drunk Elephant. I don't have any product for it, but it is quite expensive. Quite expensive, especially if you get a full set.
Whole chaos. And no, they're not the regular Sephora shoppers.
You can at least say excuse me. She's like, well, I tried to, but apparently you're deaf.
Jesus Christ.
Not the store employees.
I have been so lost.
And not even the kids.
You have the mini glow recipe like blueberry cleanser and stuff?
It's the cosmetic companies. And maybe even Sephora. Although a chaotic mess to clean up,
This teenager came in and destroyed our store.
the Drunk Elephants and other viral beauty products.
The Littles? This was a brand created for adults that they were trying to retrofit to a younger audience. Disney 100x Charlotte Tilbury. I would say this is a bit of a stretch because there's a lot of Disney adults. This at the top right here. This is really weird. Really, really, really weird.
companies aren't taking that loss. Not only do some of the 10-year-olds actually talk their parents into buying $500 worth of products, the beauty
kids are the easiest way to get to their parents' wallets. There's nothing more annoying than hearing a kid. I would know because I begged my parents for My Little Pony stuff. My parents made the biggest mistake of getting a DVD of My Little Pony for Christmas, and I fell in love, and all I would think about was My Little Pony. I was like 7. I begged and pleaded, please, Mom and Dad, please, I want a My Little Pony, please. Alana Abroni. Okay, first of all, I was fucking 7, you fucking freaks. You fucking freaks! Second of all, it's not a brony, it's a Pegasister. If you're gonna insult me, do it the right way.
giants are also building a cult of the next
fucking
wave of cash
weirdos.
cows, starting at 10.
Ordinary is so expensive! This stuff is expensive! I have this. Good lord, man. This isn't makeup, by the way. It's just to, like, shrink your pores. But, like, that's besides the point. Why do you need this?
It is just crazy to me how the power of media and marketing could sell anti-aging products to 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
From a skincare perspective, not only is it completely unnecessary and wasteful to apply these products to children's skin that is already so vibrant and healthy, but
wait, that's actually a good point. Why do they need this stuff? Like, you don't start developing age-related skin issues until, like, maybe your teenage years when you get acne or something. Your skin is really healthy and glowy when you're at, like, anything below, like, 20 years old.
it will also potentially lead to weaker skin barriers, which will lead to the demand for more skin products to protect the sensitive skin in the future.
In 5 years, they're going to be spending hundreds of dollars begging mommy and daddy to take them to go get facials because they've destroyed their lipid barriers from acid.
AKA more cash flow. And the way Drunk Elephant responded in an Instagram post can
kids and tweens use Drunk Elephant. Oh my god. This is sick, man. The fuck is a tween? It's a really old term from like the 80s and 70s of teenagers that are not quite teenagers. Like anything between like 10 and 12. Yeah, it's right before you get to 13 where teenager comes from.
Kids and tweens
between
use
teens.
Drunk Elephant. Quote, yes. Many of our products are designed for all skin, including kids and tweens. First, I would say stay away from our more potent products that include acids and retinols. Their skin does not need these ingredients quite yet. Sounds super responsible, right? But it's the next part that got me. Quote, here is a list of our products that are safe for kids and tweens to use. We've also created a simple routine that doesn't require many products. Not many products.
But you still need the products. That's clever. That's clever marketing right there.
In the evening, cleanse with Beste and follow up with a few drops of virgin marula oil with 1 pump of Lala Retro for balance and moisture. In the morning, apply a drop or 2 of virgin marula oil or Lala again, followed by Umber Sheer. Sunscreen daily is a must. Use Lippy on the lips day and night.
What?
That was already 7 products for one of them.
That's small? Oh my god!
Designed for kids. Personally, I love Drunk Elephant's products, but I don't really know how to feel about them expanding their targeted consumer base to children.
Get ready with me. Get ready.
Unready.
Get unready
Get
with
right.
me. Get unready with me with a Sephora 10-year-old.
More like get it right.
Girls obsessive buying skincare products suggests a greater preoccupation with appearance at a younger age and relates to the growing concern for teen girls' mental health. A report from the CDC in 2021 found that 1 in 5 teen girls felt persistently sad.
57%. That's over half, bros.
And hopeless.
It is over,
21%.
chat. They are farming them out of the womb at this point, chat. This is 2021. I wonder if it's higher now.
Increase from 2011. The cycle will only continue as
hold on. Wait. double that of boys, representing nearly a 60% increase in the highest level reported over the past decade. Oh, but boys have a different type of body dysphoria. They get the body dysphoria of wanting to do steroids at like 15 years old because they're not big and buff yet. Yeah, they don't even have their like balls dropping yet. I'm joking. But they don't even have like the hormones kicking in full blast yet, and they're already worried about like muscles and shit.
A 21% increase from 2011. The cycle will only continue as companies find more and more ways to target and market to even younger consumers. Drunk Elephant's Little's Kid and Mama Set as examples of products designed to appeal to children. Charlotte Tilbury reimagined the Disney princesses as makeup looks down to the moisturizer.
That's a stretch. Again, I have to admit that there is a lot of Disney adults. I wouldn't say this is exclusively for children. It doesn't help, but yeah.
Cosmetic industry will only keep expanding. In 2022, the global market was valued at $429.2 billion and projected to reach $864.2 billion by 2030.
What?
Thanks to the wallets of the millennial parents.
It's because they're farming them, and then when they grow up, so wait, 2022 is 37. That's 15 years. Yeah, 15 years, they're going to be like in their 35s and like 30s. And they're going to farm them for even more money.
And the future dollars
customers for life. Yeah,
pockets.
Get them hooked early, chat.
Is only a scratch to the surface of repackaging the idealized womanhood sold as girlhood.
Holy shit, man.
Normalization of womanhood and sexual liberation. The preteen era does not exist anymore. Adult and teen content have emerged in one space, and over time, just became content. The hypersexualization of teen girls is not only normalized, but also commercialized. To become a woman back in the Disney way is to join the pipeline of Miley Cyrus's adult persona to Lindsay Lohan's derailment. To now the TikTok versions of girls maturing by adopting the quote-unquote adult ways to dress and act. To look closer to...
I'll tell my anecdotal story, but there was a neighbor that we had a long time ago that had a little... She had a girl that was like maybe like 8 or 9 years old, and they came over, and she doesn't have a dad. She's a single mom. And she was like batting her eyelashes at my brother, who is like a fully grown man. And I thought to myself, like in that moment... Like, she didn't say anything to my brother, but she kept batting her eyelashes for some reason at my brother. She's 8 years old. The mother was hypersexual, and we learned that through talking to her when she would, like, visit us and come say hi. She was quite friendly, but she clearly learned that from her own mother, talking to men and watching her do that. She saw that my brother's an older man that's like around the same age or maybe like a little bit younger than the woman, the mom, and she would go like batting her eyelashes up at my brother. And I'm like, my brother thought it was so disturbing. That's why I still remember the story, because I remember when she left, my brother pulled me aside and he's like, did you see that? Like, that was a little kid, right? And I was like, yeah, I saw it. I thought she was like having a seizure or something. Sorry, what is batting eyelashes? I just Google it. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was basically like inadvertent, like behavioral flirting without realizing what she was doing.
The ideal woman.
And this was like 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, around about 10 years ago when I saw that happen. Imagine the kids growing up now.
Hypersexualization of teen girls in entertainment is nothing new.
Yeah.
The schoolgirl trope in movies and music videos, such as Britney Spears' debut album, to Kill Bill's Crazy 88 Girl, to the movie Lolita, to animes full of schoolgirl characters, to K-pop girl groups with members under 18. There's been so much infatuation with the youth of women, which ties back to the obsession.
But that's the value of women, because when you reach a certain age, you're not as valuable. It's kind of... I I'd say this is kind of like the stigma or like the thing about being a woman that you have to understand that there is graceful aging in being there's graceful beauty in aging, but at the same time that's just kind of how it is. If you get older, you're not as pretty, you hit a wall. It's just that it's more commercialized and it's more about making money off of that perception.
With anti-aging skincare. But the way that these tropes have begun to be normalized and projected back into reality is quite concerning, especially with the powerful TikTok algorithm as the modern parent for Gen Alpha girls. Even during the TV days when psychologists were growing in concern for TV's impact on children, as more than 50% of children saw television as their role models, instead of actual people in real life, such as their parents. The damage from TV cartoons, however, is insignificant compared to the damaging impacts of the unfiltered social media influences for young girls. 12-year-olds are trying to be 21 by dressing like adult women, using skincare like adult women, and
like wearing skimpy outfits on Halloween when you're like 15 years old. That's mind-blowing to me.
Trying to appear quote-unquote sexy like adult women. This is not news. With no lack of traditional Hollywood examples of girls desperately trying to prove themselves as women, young celebrities always appearing more sexual than peers of their age, such as Kylie Jenner in her teenage years or Billie's past Vogue cover, either expected by the industry or as a way to prove themselves as more mature.
But again, it's up to the parents to take care of their children and shield them for as long as they possibly can. They're doing behaviors that they don't even understand are sexual. That's what's fucked up about it, I think.
A kid? Yes, you are.
And with shows like Gossip Girl or Euphoria, the monotony of teenagehood somehow seems childish compared to an aesthetic dream of pills, orgies, and parties. Children are shaping their underdeveloped appearances to match older women, as they may see it as a sign of sexual awakening, of owning their sexual liberty, but are more so playing dress up and holding up a costume of quote-unquote adult women on the outside, but internally, they are still 12. Their prefrontal lobes have at least 10 more years to develop.
Y'all, I thought y'all were kidding when you said these 9-year-olds in Sephora are crazy.
Although it is normal and perfectly fine for young girls to fantasize womanhood, the over-idolization of an unrealistic concept.
It's fine in moderation. That's how you grow up. It's how boys look up to like superheroes and want to be big muscly men. It's just that in moderation. You shouldn't jump from I want to be a big superhero like Superman to jumping I want to do Trent when I turn 16. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. It's fine to be like looking up to people. That's normal.
Of womanhood shaped by the media and TikTok is making 12 and 10-year-olds desperately trying to close the gap, of trying to make themselves mature in every way possible, of trying to grow up so fast, of catching up to a fantasy version of womanhood that doesn't even exist. The picture-perfect, photoshopped, and minorly surgically tweaked faces and bodies drenched in a cocktail of the hottest trending products. Is this the death of girlhood? As every girl from 16 down to 10 just want to be that woman they see on the internet, the woman who doesn't even exist in real life. Maybe the notion of what is a girl shrinks smaller and smaller as it gets.
Coco Chanel bag with sunglasses and a designer hoodie. Yeah, you can definitely tell what kind of mom this is, for sure.
So overused to lose its meaning. And maybe the internet is the new parent of the future. So hopefully all of us can contribute in making it a safer and more loving space. Let me know what your thoughts are on 10-year-olds at Sephora and girls growing up so fast. Like and subscribe for more commentaries or personal growth videos, and I will see you next week.
Well, that was eye-opening, chat, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Do you think parents are okay with this because they wanted this when they were the same age but couldn't have it? No, I think it's just neglectful and thinking it's okay and cute to do this. It's like the people that dress up their kids as like gangsters and rappers. They just don't understand that like you shouldn't fucking do this, and they're stupid. For God's sake, Mr. Slave was the voice of reason in that South Park episode. Yes, what was it called? Stupid Spoiled Hoe? Yeah, it was Stupid Spoiled Whore video playset, yeah. It was an entire little episode. Hold on, let me find it. Stupid Spoiled Whore. Yeah, the one where they make fun of Paris Hilton. Yeah, this is like 15 years ago, probably. Yeah, where they all dress up like hoes. Yeah, here it is. It's really funny.
You wouldn't be interested, Wendy. My parents are out of town, so it's a stupid spoiled whore party. I'm a stupid spoiled whore? Right. Please, Wendy, you're like class president and stuff. Yeah, and you get straight A's in school. You're not even spoiled because your parents give money to charity.
It's an entire episode dedicated to the fact that Wendy Testaburger is trying to be like them, but everybody's shunning her for it, and they try to outdo each other. And it's like a social commentary on how kids are trying to grow up faster and faster. And this was 15 years ago, I think. It came out in like 2011, maybe? Yeah, I've watched like every single episode. It's so funny. And it's like still true to this day. Yeah. Yeah, they saw the future. I don't think it's about seeing the future. It's about noticing trends. They're really good at noticing things that happen as like culture develops. It's really smart. Like, people don't give them enough credit sometimes that the writers don't that they're just being offensive for the sake of being offensive. They're not.